Hello, I'm Andy Warren, and this is my informative speech about Rhodesian Ridgebacks. Ridgebacks are commonly referred as lion hunters, but this is extremely inaccurate. Ridgebacks are a breed of dog that originated in South Africa, and they were used by lion hunters, but never to actually take down a lion. They would distract and taunt the lion until the hunters arrived. They would also protect the camp at night against other predators. Despite such an aggressive hunting history, they're actually very friendly. I've had dogs my entire life, mostly labs, spaniels, and schnauzers, and I have to admit my 5-year-old Ridgeback is the best family dog I've ever had. Of course, they have some drawbacks, but when you consider their appearance, temperament, and long breed history, they are a great choice if you're looking for a loyal companion. Their appearance is a large, handsome, muscular dog. They are slightly intimidating, but their playfulness is obvious and comforting. They have short hair which is extremely easy to maintain, and they do not shed any measurable amount. According to the American Kennel Club.org, the breed standard is 85 pounds for males and 75 pounds for females. Wheaten or red Wheaten are the only recognized colors, and they should have a ridge on their back. The ridge is actually hair that grows the opposite direction, but I'll discuss that in more detail. Their temperament is affectionate and loyal. They are dedicated to their family and protective around strangers. They will put themselves between you and someone they don't know. They are intelligent and often mischievous. They are selective barkers. If they are barking, you should investigate what's going on. As with any dogs, especially large breeds, training as a puppy is very important. They get really big really fast, and you have to maintain control of them. The older Ridgebacks have two speeds: asleep on the couch or running wide open in the front yard, playing catch me if you can. They are pro athletes when it comes to this game. You can really see how they avoided getting swiped by a lion. The Ridgebacks have a long breed history, and the typical issues you have with larger dogs have been controlled or eliminated through responsible breeding. The breed is recognized by the American Kennel Club, and they are members of the Hound Group. They can be traced to the Khoi hunting dogs of Africa. The Khois also have ridges on their backs. No one knows exactly why, but I think it's an evolutionary defense mechanism. They always look like they have their hair standing up on their back, even when they're happy. An interesting fact about Ridgebacks is actor Errol Flynn was the first person to introduce the Ridgeback to America. He raised them on his Hollywood ranch in the 1930s. Ridgebacks are great companions, but they have a few drawbacks. Like all dogs, especially large ones, training is key when they are younger. An untrained Ridgeback is destructive and extremely difficult to handle. They need a lot of exercise, especially when they're teenagers. It would be almost impossible to raise one in an apartment. They are predisposed to two major medical problems. The first is called dermoid sinus. The American College of Veterinary Surgeons classify it as a tubular skin defect. It can be painful for the dog, and it requires major surgery to remove. Most reputable breeders have successfully been able to breed it out of the dogs. The second issue is called Rhodesian Ridgeback Inherited Arrhythmia. According to North Carolina State Veterinary School.edu, it can be fatal, but it's a treatable heart problem that affects younger dogs up to 3 years of age. It requires gene therapy, and it can be pretty expensive. And last but not least, they are like all larger dogs with a shortened lifespan. They make it about 10 years. This is our dog, Pete Jackson. When you consider their handsome yet easy to maintain appearance, their fun-loving but protective disposition, and the long breed history with minimal problems, it's easy to say they're a great family dog. Early training and a loving household really does produce man's, or more appropriately, family's best friend. Thanks.